A stove to warm up the long winter evenings. I've always wondered why Richard didn't get a proper radiator or something. This painting illustrates a tragic event in the life of my grandfather, Gus, and Ackerman's murderous madness. It's impossible to open. Richard took up sculpture. The results are terrifying. It's sealed. It's locked. A photo of Richard as a child with his mother. Yes, that's Maria Valdez. A stove to warm up the long winter evenings. I've always wondered why Richard didn't get a proper radiator or something. Stack of handwritten letters. I'll scan the most interesting with my smartphone. Henry Allen is the son of Beatrice and Mark Ackerman. Richard, you are the murderer's grandson. A page taken from Herbert Ackerman's confessions. So it's Richard who borrowed them from Harrison by pretending to be Zarkovic. Zarkovic. God, that's it. I remember where I've seen that name. It was in that email Richard sent me when I was in New Orleans. It's locked. Nothing of interest. A bunch of rags. Nothing to write home about here. A piece of black cloth. There are traces on it. It's the cape worn by the killer. Richard, why?
You're already here? It's good to see you. Did you have a nice trip? I hope that your stay in Los Angeles was a success. Vic, you look strange. What's going on?
Richard, I know you're Mark Ackerman's grandson.
It's true. I found out when my grandmother died a little over 2 years ago. It was such a revelation for me. At that point, I'd pretty much given up on my career as an artist to focus on running the gallery. Mark Ackerman's work moved me deeply.
But you always said that you only discovered Ackerman's paintings recently. Why lie?
Well, because of the art director. After the auction where he bought some of the paintings, he made himself out to be the genius who exhumed a forgotten artist's work. I didn't want to lessen his moment of glory and risk alienating him. The gallery needs funding, you know.
I found a page of Governor Ackerman's confessions in one of your drawers. Were you the one who went to see Inspector Harrison under the pseudonym Zarkovic?
That was an innocent bit of subterfuge. I was going to return the documents.
I found a black cape in the closet. It looks remarkably like the one the killer wore. There's still blood on it, in exactly the spot where I wounded him.
I don't understand how it could have got here. The murderer must be trying to set me up. By casting suspicion on me, he gets at you.
In that case, you won't mind me taking this cape to have the blood tested. I could also have a little look to make sure you don't have any trace of a wound.
Come on, Vic. Don't you trust me? It's me, Richard. You're Richard.
I did trust you, but that's impossible now. Richard, I may have quit the FBI, but I'm still a profiler. My gut tells me I'm not wrong. It's you, Richard. You've committed these horrible murders. My heart can't believe it, but my head knows it's true. You're not saying anything. Why, Richard? Why all this madness, this hatred? I need to understand.
Open your eyes, Victoria. Let me show you something.
Agent McPherson? Agent McPherson, are you all right?
Sorry, Garrus. I was thinking of something else.
James Harker's about to arrive. I'm going down to meet him. Can I leave you alone? Are you going to be all right?
Everything's fine. I'll be right there. Come on, get a hold of yourself, Vic. Man, this room makes me nervous. The dumbwaiter shaft has been sealed. Charred videotapes. Looks like the fire started here. The dumbwaiter shaft has been sealed. An old surveillance console. Fisheye 460 F01. Seems to be working still. It's turned off. Looks like someone tried to repair the console without success. An outlet to plug in a power cord. Nothing. An outlet to connect headphones or a speaker.
Hi, partner.
I'm going to leave you alone for a bit. You must have so many things to say to each other.
You're good at electronics, right? You might be able to help me. In the charred room, there's a surveillance console. See if you can get it working.
Okay, I'm on it.
You haven't changed, Vic.
Neither have you, James. Still working the jeans and sneakers look?
I was never into uniforms. I can see that black's still your favorite color, huh?
So, you're working the TV angle now. I saw the tape with your interview.
I needed cash, that's all. Hernandez offered me a nice stack of bills. Remind me, what am I doing here?
We think our murderer is after you. The infamous East Coast killer, as the press calls him, wants you. You must be flattered.
And that's why you summoned me here? You could have just set a couple of big guys to keep an eye on my rather luxurious New York apartment.
I like to keep you where I can see you. Besides, you know our enemy. That's useful.
This whole thing is history. You know how I feel. Let's drop it. I'm going to pay a visit to this charming abode. See you later.
It's not this.
It's on, but it's still not working. Nothing. It's impossible to open. There's a trace on the railing. Someone was hurt here. Anderson's blood. He must have had a nasty encounter. So, his disappearance was the killer's doing.
It's really amateur stuff. I should be able to do better.
We have a suspect. David Carson. We're making progress, Garrus.
Amazing. We're gonna stop him. You'll see. You can't evade the FBI forever.
Don't say mission accomplished just yet, Garrus.
The sheriff is being overzealous, but she's kind of charming.
Watch out, Garrus. Female cops are the #1 hazard. Especially the ones who like to hoodwink the rookies.
If you could find a manual for the console, it would really help. Look for the fisheye 42 model.
I have to talk to you, Sheriff. Have you found anything else on the Anderson case?
No. I looked all over the place. I've even used the metal detector, but all I found was a badge under the floor in the entrance hall. Anderson must have explored the house to see if there was anything of value. As far as I recall, he was the curious type.
If he ran into the killer, I'm afraid his curiosity might have cost him his life.
I'm still waiting for the land registry info regarding the house.
Try to hurry things up. There might be something important that's escaped us.
I've already called the city workers twice. We just have to wait. Bureaucracy. You know how it is. I have a proposition for you, Agent McPherson. Help me with the Anderson case, and I'll speed things up for you at the land registry. We might as well help each other rather than trying to trip each other up, right?
You're a goddamn opportunist. Okay, deal. I found Anderson's blood on the balcony upstairs. It's probably several months old. Everything I've seen leads me to believe that our killer murdered Anderson. Sorry, Sheriff. Your county has lost a voter.
Well, we know what happened to him. At least I can announce that the case is closed.
Hold back your tears. You don't want to get dehydrated.
You've kept your part of the bargain, Agent McPherson. Now it's my turn. Yes, it's Sheriff Holloway. I need some information on the house now. Yes, immediately. Are you sure? Okay, keep looking and let me know if you find anything.
Well, what do you got?
They found something interesting. An anti-nuclear shelter was built under the house in the 50s.
And where's the entrance to this shelter?
They're looking for up-to-date maps. According to their records, 2 shafts with steel hatches were dug in the ground.
Excellent. We're making progress. We just have to find the hatches. I have to talk to you, Sheriff. You mentioned a metal detector. Can I use it?
Take the key to my car. The detector's in the trunk.
Thanks, Sheriff.
What wouldn't I do to stay in the FBI's good graces? Good coffee helps me think.
Safe is locked. Can't force it. I really don't need the sheriff on my back. I wonder how this works. There's an instruction manual in the memory. I better look at it.
Oh, Vic, where would you be without your favorite coroner? What can I do for you this time?
Do you have any details on Hawker? What's he been up to since the FBI canned him?
I did a little snooping. He's been doing small security jobs. Claims to be a security consultant. I called one of his employers. He described Hawker as the solitary type. Doesn't trust his coworkers. Also, a few investigators let me know that they had been contacted by Hawker. He asked them a number of questions about the killer's latest murders.
Hawker has supposedly revealed information about the killer to Hernandez. Clearly, to his mind, he's still on the case.
Seems like he's really developed a bit of an obsession over this. Be careful with him, Vic.
Before he snapped, Hawker was an exceptional agent. Hopefully he's kept his investigative skills. Don't worry, I'll be careful.
Talk to you later, Vic. Good luck.
Nice shack. A bit morbid, but it's got style.
So, James, are you spending your retirement brooding over the past?
Not at all. I have a whole new life now. That whole thing is behind me.
Really? I heard you were continuing to investigate. And as far as I know, your social schedule is not what you'd call busy.
Don't start with me, Vic. Whose fault is it that I'm where I am? You betrayed me.
Some learn from their mistakes, James. Doesn't look like that's the case with you.
I admit, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have pulled the trigger. But I did it to further the investigation. You sabotaged that by denouncing me.
You know perfectly well that I wasn't the one who squealed to internal affairs. If I had, you would have been up for murder charges. All I did was refuse to cover up for you. You went too far, goddammit. Here, I'll profile you. You are egocentric, irresponsible, selfish, and paranoid.
And you are anal, rigid, authoritarian. And you've got the biggest mouth I've ever had the displeasure to encounter.
I could say the same about you. Can we talk? Listen, James, let's stop dwelling on the past. The killer is still out there, and this is our last chance of getting him as a team. Can we bury the hatchet? Paloma Hernandez may still be alive. She's counting on us.
Fine. We can't change what's happened anyway. So, this house is supposedly connected to the killer. I'm not surprised. It fits what I've been able to uncover. An isolated area far from the big urban centers. But it means the killer's got to travel to go hunting. I've made a major breakthrough on the killer's psyche. He's totally obsessed with film and cinema, and particularly with the actress Veronica Lake. You could see it in his videos. I'm convinced that he chooses his victims following criteria linked to his obsession.
There's evidence in the house that suggests the killer went to film school. That would confirm your hypothesis.
It was by catching an old movie again that I made the connection. It has to do with very small background details. That's why we didn't see it before.
Well, I have a name. Our suspect's name is supposedly David Carson. Claire's trying to dig up something about him.
We'll end up getting him, Vic. After all this time, we're gonna get him.
I'm at an impasse with the computer in the cellar. Can you give it a look? You've always been a bit of an IT guru.
Okay, show me what the problem is. Let's see. The system is well protected. It's impossible to enter it without the password. Luckily, the killer is just crazy enough to use a significant password instead of choosing random characters.
Of course.
Let's try this. No, too simple. Veronica, maybe. No, it's not the right password. Yes.
Have you found the password?
Uncle Man. Veronica Lake's real name. The killer's obsessions are the key to his psyche. The contents of the computer are open to you. It's your turn to play now.
The killer's so crazy about movies, he must have left a camera on somewhere. Hallway with concrete walls. This must be the anti-nuclear shelter. photographs of the victims. The psycho's family album. Access control. Let's see what door I can open. If this file contains the killer's bank account number, the Chicago office could perhaps buy a new coffee maker. I hope this worked. I'll just have to see. A list of first names, including mine and Hernandez's. These seem to be the victims' names, but the last names don't match.
I bet this is somehow linked to the killer's obsessions. He must associate his victims with fictional characters.
I'm not sure I understand.
Ellen Graham, Dolores Greaves, they're all roles played by Veronica Lake. In the list you're connected to, the Letty Stanton character. The name doesn't match at all. Different motive. He's after you because he wants to eliminate everyone on his tail. Prior to vanishing, maybe.
If that's his plan, I don't have much time to stop him. I'll copy the list into my smartphone. I might need it later.
If you want, we'll chat later. I'm taking notes.
It's really amateur stuff. I should be able to do better.
I've printed out the console manual. Have a good read.
And here we go. I'll have to do without video, but we should hear the sound broadcast by the surveillance mics.
Hello? Can you hear me?
It got cut off. Anyway, the console mic is not working.
That voice. It could be Hernandez.
If that's live, she must have heard the feedback when I turned on the system. But it could also be a recording. The console has recorded the voice. You can digitize the sound with your smartphone to analyze it.
Sounds like a radio broadcast. I think it's a local station.
Good coffee helps me think.
No effect. No effect. No effect. The car sets off the detector. Makes sense. Weird. The detector shouldn't react to an aluminum can. It's sealed. A reference number on the plate. H103123. Reference number on the plate. H103123. That's it. The anti-nuclear shelter is opened.
Do you have something new?
I've managed to open the shelter hatch. I'll go down and try to find Hernandez.
I'm going with you.
I'll call Garris for backup.
Let me show you something. His last masterpiece. It's called The Betrayal. It's my grandmother who's burning in this painting. She betrayed the one who loved her with all his heart. You've managed to unmask me. It's a shame. I would have liked the game to have gone on a bit longer.
Her relationship. It wasn't a coincidence, was it? You had everything planned from the beginning.
I didn't plan our meeting. You're the one who contacted me during one of your investigations, remember? When I saw your name on my screen, I thought of Gustav McPherson, of course, your grandfather, who Mark Ackerman immortalized in his painting. Could it be that you were his descendant? I made some inquiries, and when I knew who you were, I decided to include you in my work.
So that's it. All these months you were just pretending? How could I have been so stupid?
Vic, you pretend to be as tough as nails, but really you're soft, sentimental.
Richard, how could you have become a murderer?
True artists must rid themselves of all the inhibitions that limit mere mortals. They must overcome all taboos. My grandfather made me understand this. I have freed myself of mediocrity. I've touched the reality which surrounds us, the brutality, the fear, the suffering, the death. Death has filled the void that I have always felt deep inside of me. This absolute, implacable. Its beauty terrifies the weak of spirit. The act of murder, Vic. It's a deeply moving artistic experience. Have you never sensed this? You who keeps company with all these victims and murderers?
You're completely insane.
No, Victoria. I'm free. While you and everyone like you live your lives like blind larvae, imprisoned by your comforting certitudes.
Ackerman killed so he could fill his canvases. Did you murder women to emulate your ancestor?
You don't understand. He didn't kill to paint. My grandfather's true body of work isn't the paintings. His art was murder. By putting these women to death, I've paid homage to Mark Ackerman's genius. I've reproduced the murders that he committed. The paintings are merely the testimony. In embracing my heritage, I had to go beyond mere pictorial imitation. I had to immerse myself in the creative act itself.
Good God, you really are sick. You seem so convinced of what you're saying. Why all this insanity? Because your mother abandoned you? She wanted you to have a chance, a future she couldn't offer you.
She betrayed me, her only child. Like Beatrice betrayed Mark. Like you would have done too sooner or later. You always end up leaving. I hate you for this, but don't worry. I don't hold grudges. I offer you redemption by placing you at the center of my work.
Richard, I can't let this go on. I'm gonna have to turn you over to the police, Richard.
Finish my days locked in a cell like him? We'll see about that.
Everything's going as planned. I've got both of you. As for Hawker, I took care of him. Let you go? Let me think. Sorry, I've got to say no. There are so many possibilities. So many ways to make you suffer. You and McPherson. I must consider this carefully. One thing's for certain. This game ends with me as the winner. Hawker's hanging by a thread. Well, a rope. I hung him from a tree. Isn't that what you'd expect from a murderer? See you very soon, gorgeous.
Asshole!